Hey guys, so this is going to be my top 7 game of the years, I suppose, because I have not played any other than, I think about 10 games I've played this year. Call of Duty's not getting on the list. Neither is the other game, and one of the other games was a PC release last year, so I don't think that deserves to be counted, even though they are good games. Well, at least the PC one is anyway. I have played Super Smash Brothers. It's just not mine. I've only played, multiplayer with my cousin, and it's fucking amazing, but I can't count it because I've not played the single player experience of the game. But I can tell you what, if the game is like the multiplayer, like the single player is just as good as the multiplayer, that game may actually take first place on the list. But these are games that I've played, remember? I've not played Red Dead Redemption, Soul Calibur, different stuff like that there. So don't sit there and go, what about Red Dead Redemption, what about Soul Calibur, Valkyria Chronicles and Ni no Kuni 2 is another 2 examples, even though I've got them. But these are games that I've actually completed, played, and they're in the top 7. Sorry that it's not 10, but it's the best I could do. Either that or you wouldn't have got the list until way in the end, like middle of the year, which would have made no fucking sense, but anyhow. Number 7 we have Forza Horizon 4. I actually think this is a letdown compared to Forza Horizon 3 and 2 and 1, actually, to be honest, even though 1 was pretty limited. I like the weather. I actually like the city when you're in Scotland, up the top end of the map. But I don't know, I think it's the same game we've gotten. It's got that feeling where you've played it before. And yes, you can say that because it is the 4th one in the Horizon series, but it stood out more than what 2 and 3 did for, being the same as what the others did. But graphics are fantastic. Sound design's pretty good. Some cars sound a bit iffy. I think it's up and down with some of its races, and it's big races, like its showcase races where you race against different things like a train and that there. Could have done better. In fact, I only liked one of them in the actual race, in the game, sorry, which was the Halo one, which I thought was really good. But yeah, that's why it's so low on the list. In fact, it may not even be in the list if I play other games from this year and like them, because this game was kind of a letdown, and this is coming from someone that, if you watch some of our previous videos, I actually said this was the best looking game of E3, or at least one of them anyway. Well, definitely the best one that Microsoft showed. So yeah, it's number 7. It's still a fantastic game. It's definitely, obviously, the 7th best game I've played all year, but that may change, of course. So yeah. So number 6, we have a game that I think can improve upon what it is, but it's still fantastic. That is, if you can see that there actually, Jurassic World Evolution. This is essentially the sequel to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis for the PS2, Xbox, and PC. You build your own park, maintain the dinosaurs. It's like a SimCity game. I thoroughly enjoyed this game, actually, to be honest. A lot of people said it had issues when it launched. I didn't play it when it launched, so I can't say whether or not they were bad. I did get a few frame rates on the final level because I had just such a massive island. They could have improved by putting in flying dinosaurs, let you build an aviary with flying dinosaurs, or like a big fucking aquarium where you can build aquatic dinosaurs. That would have been really, really good, and that's actually something I want them to do. But I actually enjoyed this. For what it is, it's really good. I actually say check this out, especially if you've got a PC, as it's better on PC than it is console. Well, at least for PlayStation anyway. I don't know if the Xbox One's version is better than ours, but definitely check this out if you like dinosaurs, and if you like RTS games, because it is an RTS. But yeah, it's my number 6, and this is a really, really good game, and I highly recommend, guys. So down to the top 5, we have Detroit Become Human. This is another David Cage game. This is the guy that made Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. Couldn't think there. It's like that there, and Fahrenheit's the other one. So I didn't get this straight away because I thought to myself, well, it's going to be exactly the same as his games, which it is. but the story is actually really good. Well, at least my playthrough of the story, because obviously it does different, outcomes and stuff like that there. I actually believe this is the best game he's made thus far, and because I wasn't really that big of a fan of Heavy Rain, and I wasn't a fan of Beyond Two Souls. Fahrenheit was, yeah, to me. This I actually enjoyed. I actually think this is one of the best games PlayStation 4 has, and obviously one of the best games of the year. Graphics, fantastic. I really like the performance of the characters. I started off hating one of the characters, and that character ended up being my favorite character in the game at the end. So that's definitely and it tells you how good the character, stories and all are. At least for that I got, of course, because it can be different for others. I like the whole story aspect. The whole, androids, deserve equal rights. That's what it kind of thing is. But I won't say anything else because you have to play it. But yeah, utterly fantastic game. If you own a PlayStation 4, you have to play this. In my opinion, it's the second best exclusive they had all year round. Obviously, I've not played Valkyria Chronicles and Kuni and all that there, but I'm talking about the big three, as people would say. But yeah, 5th best game of the year in my opinion. Let us know in the comments if you obviously disagree, agree, that kind of stuff. So for number 4, we have a game that it came out really very unpolished when it launched, but it's still one of the best games in its genre and one of the best games based around what it is, and that is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now what I mean by unpolished is the multiplayer was absolutely horrendous when this game launched. Now I came to this game about 2 weeks after it launched, because I was playing Monster Hunter, because it came out the same day as this here in Australia. And even the 2 weeks after it launched, the multiplayer of this was still fucked, and I can't imagine how bad it was at launch. Getting to fight your friends, because me and a friend of mine, we played each other constantly. Getting to play each other, we had to jump through hoops. It was ridiculous how we had to do it. The story's utter shit. I don't like the new character added to the series. Forgot her bloody name. All I remember is she's voiced by Laura Bailey. But she's an android. That's all I can really fault it. Well, that and there's the character selection's pretty low. It could have been a lot better. Other than that, graphics are phenomenal. One of the best Dragon Ball Z games we've gotten thus far. Gameplay's utterly fantastic. In fact, I'd say this is easily top 3 best 2D fighting games that's ever been made. Yeah, it's, as I said, it's the only thing I can fault it for is the fact that it does not have enough characters. Multiplayer has been fixed, so that can obviously be taken out of this. And obviously the story's not very good at all. It just drags on for too long for what it's trying to do, but nah. So yeah, utterly fantastic. The best fighting game we've had all year, and I haven't played Soul Calibur, but I'm guaranteed this is a better game. One of the best games we have on PS4 and Xbox One in terms of fighting game, actually. There's only a few that I think can actually touch it. But yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ, definitely worth picking up. So down to the top 3. This was hard for the top 2. So number 3 we have Dragon Quest XI and Elusive Age. Is it Elusive Age? Echoes of Elusive Age, I was close. Number 2 would have been here, or this would have been over number 2, but the final stretch of this game really let it down. Now, this game, phenomenal in terms of the first half of the story. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal for a Dragon Quest game. It's the best we've ever seen. I love the combat. I love the characters, all of them that are in this game. I started off not liking a few of them, but they ended up becoming really likable towards the end. In fact, I like every character in this game. Yeah, it's a Dragon Quest game. If you've not played Dragon Quest, this is a good game to start with, in my opinion, because it's quite easy compared to the other ones. There is a lot of content. There is a lot of, if you've not played Dragon Quest, it's very similar to, you know, the old Final Fantasies and, you know, Phantasy Stars. Phantasy Star was more different, but yeah. What I would suggest is if you're going to play this, switch to Japanese, because the English, although it's good, it's a bit yeah, but graphics phenomenal, combat phenomenal, first half of the story is phenomenal. I don't want to spoil the story, so therefore, you know, I'm not gonna say what happens. Really like the combat, really like the world design. I love the enemy design, although there is enemies missing from other Dragon Quest games, so yeah. But yeah, when this actually launched and I completed it, a friend of mine will tell you I wouldn't shut up about this for quite a while. That's why I said it could have been number 2. But the final stretch of the game, it lingers in my mind that it's just a fucking stupid thing they did. And yeah, if you've played this game, let me know if you agree with me or disagree, you know. So yeah. So number 2, we have a game that everyone's going to have on their list for sure. That is Spider-Man. Now, if you remember me in the few months back when they announced when it actually came out, I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a good game, but I just don't like Insomniac games." Well, I'm glad to say that Insomniac games put me in my place. This game is utterly fantastic. It's definitely, without question, the best exclusive all year round that the PlayStation got. Graphics phenomenal. I love the boss fights in this game. I love the way they portrayed Peter Parker. The guy that does his voice, Yuri, does a phenomenal job on it. In fact, I can't look at Peter Parker now without thinking of his voice. For anyone that watches anime, it's the same voice actor that does Sasuke from Naruto. I love the combat. People say it gets repetitive, but I mean, so did Batman, but no one blamed about Batman. And this is coming from someone that prefers DC over Marvel. I like the side quests, but they do they do just really repeat themselves. I did actually get the platinum to this, but they do repeat themselves. I love the whole, you got different suits for Spider-Man. They all do different things. They all look different in that there. There's heaps of mini collectibles throughout the world that pay homage to other Spider-Man games or other stuff, which is really cool. And the ending came out of nowhere. It was actually surprising, which I won't spoil, of course. But Insomniac did a good job. Just pity they didn't put as much emphasis as they did to this into Ratchet and Clank from 2 years ago, or the reboot. But anyway, utterly phenomenal. If you own a PS4, play it. But I mean, you're bound to have played it by now. It being one of Sony's biggest games of last year, in my opinion, the best exclusive they had all year. One of the best exclusives the PS4 has, in my opinion. But yeah, Spider-Man is number 2. So, number 1, if you know me, all year round I have not shut up about this game. It's the first game I played all year, and I have not shut up about it. That game is Monster Hunter World. I think this game is utterly fantastic. I think this is the best Capcom game they've released in quite a long time. I mean, that's saying a lot, because Resident Evil 7 was very good. It's the best Monster Hunter game ever made, in my opinion, and this comes from someone that's played not all of them, but most of them anyway. They could have added underwater combat. They could have added a bit more things into it, but they're adding stuff in for free, in terms of monsters and that there to hunt. So that is really, really good. I love the combat. I love the atmosphere of the the hunting when you're in the actual world. Some of the worlds look absolutely phenomenal in this game, especially the Coral Reef area. Can't remember what it's actually called. I think it is Coral Reef, but yeah. Story's a bit it's just to set you up to become a hunter, more or less. But it's the gameplay. The gameplay, the music, the enemy design, the enemy's AI itself, everything keeps this game together, and it just does such a good job. And I know I've got a few friends that have not played this, and they keep asking me, should I play Monster Hunter? Yes, play Monster Hunter. I've still got my data. I will help you play Monster Hunter. I will go and will smack every boss around if you want to, because I didn't delete my data. This is Game of the Year for me, and this is the one I actually voted for Game of the Year, of course. This actually may be one of my favorite Capcom games ever made. I'm not too sure yet, because I've got to go back and play some other Capcom games, but yeah. Monster Hunter World, utterly fantastic. I believe it's the best game all year, as I just said, and yeah, please let me know, what you think. You're probably gonna disagree because I got a lot of hate for fucking God of War. A lot of people are gonna go, "Oh, where's God of War?" I did not like God of War. That's why it's not on the list. I could have easily, as I said at the start of the video, I could have put in Black Ops 4. No, because then that would just be padding. It's a good game, but it's not a Game of the Year contender in my opinion. Same with Onrush, and the other game I was talking about, by the way, was Warhammer Deathwing. It's I want to say Left 4 Dead, but it's sort of not like Left 4 Dead, but that's the games I was going to put in here with it. But I thought to myself, Deathwing came out last year on PC, so it's not fair to count it. Onrush, although a good game, it's not a Game of the Year contender, and same with Call of Duty. So I know for a fact, because I've got obviously played Ni no Kuni 2, Valkyria Chronicles 4, obviously get around playing Red Dead Redemption, Soul Calibur 6, finally getting, I'll lend my cousin's Switch and play Super Smash Bros., which I'm guarantee it's going to knock, it's going to get on the list for sure, that's for sure, but if I have over 10, it'll knock something out, that's what I'm trying to say. But anyhow, that's my 7. Sorry there isn't 10, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think, if you disagree, if you agree. As I said, that's the only games I played this year that's, I think, are Game of the Year contenders, while, Call of Duty, as I said, all out there is not Game of the Year worthy, in my opinion. But, yeah, sorry for dragging on here. I'm using the PS4 camera for once. I'm going to see what it's like, so let us know what you actually think of the quality, and, if I keep using the quality, the camera itself. I haven't forgotten about the video I'm doing, so what I'm actually thinking of doing is actually recording footage straight from the PlayStation 3, as Devil said he could only get the PS2 footage of the game I'm talking about, so I'd rather you see the PS3/360 version of the game, because it is the version to play of the game. But anyhow, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, and take care. See you later. Bye.